Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a genuinely fascinating concept from Buddhist philosophy known as the Four Hearts. But wait, before you think this is just some dry, ancient theory, we are completely reframing these four hearts today. We're going to look at them as a highly practical, incredibly effective psychological toolkit for finding real, grounded happiness in our chaotic everyday lives. Seriously, if you ever feel unnecessary friction in your relationships or just a lingering sense of dissatisfaction, this framework is an absolute game changer.
First up, Buddhism in the real world, dispelling the cave myth.
So to start, we really need to address the elephant in the room and shatter a super common misconception. There's this fantastic opening poem from our source text that says, Buddhism is in the world. Seeking it elsewhere is like looking for rabbit horns. I absolutely love this imagery. Too often, people think finding inner peace means you have to isolate yourself, sit silently in some remote cave and just escape humanity completely. But this text argues the exact opposite. Humans are social creatures. Trying to find true enlightenment or lasting happiness completely cut off from society, well, that's as ridiculous and impossible as searching for horns on a rabbit's head. The practice is actually about learning to thrive right here, right now, interacting with other people.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for this explainer. We've got 1. Buddhism in the real world, 2. The greater self, 3. Repentance, 4. Giving, 5. Gratitude, and finally, 6. Finding true happiness.
Moving right along to the first heart, the greater self, public over private, and expanding your perspective.
This is where we tackle the root cause of so much of our daily stress. The reality is, the vast majority of our everyday friction simply stems from a selfish, hyper-individualized mindset where we're constantly asking, what about me? The greater self asks us to actively zoom out and expand that perspective. It's the choice to prioritize the collective over the private self. Why? Well, because exclusive joy is actually incredibly limited. The source material uses a really relatable example here. Think about binging a truly great television show. Watching it entirely alone is fine, sure, but it's rarely as deeply enjoyable or rich as experiencing it, laughing, and gasping alongside a room full of your friends. True happiness is built on the foundation of shared joy.
And this brings us to a brilliant analogy from the text, the shared candle. Imagine you have a lit candle, and you use it to pass a flame to a dozen other unlit candles. Does your original flame get any weaker? No way. You literally haven't lost a single thing. Instead, you've drastically increased the brightness and warmth of the entire room for everyone, including yourself. Shifting your mindset from me to we doesn't diminish you at all. It just expands your world.
Next up, the second heart, repentance and washing away daily friction. I know, the word repentance can carry some pretty heavy baggage, but let's reframe it. As we rush through our busy careers and just life in general, our body, our speech, and our minds are constantly creating little bits of negative friction. We snap at a colleague, we harbor an uncharitable thought, we act impatient in traffic. It happens to literally all of us. So the crucial point here is that in this context, repentance is not about crushing, paralyzing guilt. Not at all. It's a proactive, daily cleansing tool. Think of it as compassionate water that gently washes away the dirt of daily frictions so it doesn't build up and harden over time. There's this profound piece of wisdom in the text. Do not fear the rise of ignorance. Fear only being slow to realize it. It's totally okay that you made a mistake. The real danger is stubbornly refusing to acknowledge it. To actually put this into practice, the text introduces a highly counterintuitive daily mantra. When interacting with others, silently adopt the mindset, you are the good person, I am the bad person. I know, that sounds crazy in our modern world where everyone wants to be right, but actively choosing to be the bad guy in a situation instantly diffuses your ego. It creates an immediate sense of interpersonal harmony because you just stop fiercely defending your pride.
Picture this classic clash of egos from the source material. Imagine a shared office. Person A is running hot, sweating, and absolutely demands the electric fan be turned on. Person B is freezing and fiercely demands the fan be turned off. Both are entirely 100% convinced they are the good guy. They are completely in the right, and the other person is just being utterly unreasonable. So the friction escalates.
But what happens if just one person in that fan argument takes on the I am the bad person mindset? If person A stops, reflects, and simply says, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were so cold, let's turn it off. Or if person B says, sorry, I can just grab a sweater, go ahead and keep it on. Boom, the entire conflict evaporates instantly. A simple, genuine apology born from self-reflection is practically a superpower that dissolves anger.
That brings us to the third heart, giving. the economics of generosity.
Modern society is mostly obsessed with personal gain, right? What can I get? What's in it for me? But this philosophy contrasts that with the ancient, profound wisdom that giving is ultimately far more rewarding than receiving. To illustrate this, the text poses a fascinating scenario, and I want you to actively think about this one. Imagine you're standing before Yama, the mythical king of hell who oversees reincarnation. He looks at you and offers you two very specific choices for how you will live your next life. Which one would you honestly choose?
So, these are the choices presented to two ghosts waiting to be reborn. Ghost A excitedly jumps in and says, "I want the life where I constantly receive things from other people." Ghost B, however, quietly accepts the other option. "I will take the life where I am constantly giving things to other people."
Now check out Yama's beautifully ironic yet perfectly logical judgment here. Ghost A, who greedily wanted only to receive from others, is reincarnated as a beggar, spending his whole life with his hand out, completely relying on handouts. Ghost B, who chose a life of giving, is reincarnated as a wealthy benefactor. Why? Because to spend your entire life giving, you literally must possess abundance. The lesson is striking. Seeking only to receive diminishes you, while cultivating a heart that desires to give actually enriches your life immensely.
Shifting gears now to the fourth and final heart, gratitude. Focusing on repaying four kindnesses to eradicate toxic dissatisfaction. We so often feel jealousy, hatred, or just this nagging dissatisfaction because we feel the world owes us something. This heart cures that toxic mindset by forcing us to acknowledge our deep, unavoidable reliance on the universe and everyone in it. The text breaks this down into four kindnesses we must repay. First, spiritual guides or the truth itself, for giving us direction. Second, our parents, for the immense effort of nurturing us. Third, our teachers, for our education. And fourth, society and nature. Just think about this for a second. Absolutely everything you consume, the clothes on your back, the food on your plate, even the sun and the rain, it's all a massive collaborative gift from the labor of countless others and nature itself. You didn't create it all alone.
Let's compare mindsets here. There is this gorgeous, ancient mindset, exemplified by the historical figure Han Xin, who actually repaid a poor washerwoman's gift of a single meal with a literal fortune in gold later in life. A drop of water repaid with a spring. But contrast that with a tragic modern habit we see all the time. A deep sense of entitlement, where someone does 99 favors for us and we completely forget them the moment they make one slight mistake, or can't help us that 100th time. Cultivating deep gratitude is the ultimate cure for that entitlement. Wrapping things up with finding true happiness, putting the four hearts together.
We've explored the greater self, repentance, giving, and gratitude. When we bring all four of these concepts together, it becomes so definitively clear that this philosophy isn't about mysterious superstition. It is a deeply grounded framework completely intertwined with how we achieve a joyful, connected daily life. To bring this whole explainer home, let's quickly recap our 4 steps. Step 1, expand your heart, move from private to public joy. Step 2, proactively reflect on your daily actions and be willing to apologize to wash away friction. Step 3, choose the abundance of giving over the scarcity of just receiving. And Step 4, cultivate a deep, abiding gratitude for the massive collaborative effort that keeps you alive. It's literally a step-by-step recipe for a rich, frictionless human experience.
I want to leave you with something to chew on today. Knowing all of this, I want you to think about the very next interpersonal conflict you face. Maybe it'll even be later today. When that happens, will you stubbornly dig your heels in? Or will you choose to be the bad guy, let go of your ego, and light a candle to brighten the room for someone else? The choice, and the happiness that follows, is absolutely yours.